Mathematicians are very good at thinking about things in lots of different ways. When you see this number, your brain is probably doing a lot of different things all at once. You might see this number and realize that it has 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might notice that there are 2 digits before the comma, or in your head you might have automatically read it as 36592, or maybe you read it as 36,592. But what I'm trying to tell you is that mathematicians have a few different ways of reading numbers and writing numbers. When we write out a number, when we write out the numbers just like this, it is called standard form. This is standard form, when you have the numbers from left to right and you have your comma in the middle, or not in the middle, in the appropriate place to designate the place value. So standard form you know. There are 2 other ways that mathematicians also write numbers. We can write a number in expanded form. This is when you take each value of the number and write it out, kind of like an addition problem. And we'll talk about this in just a minute. And finally, one last way that you can write out a number is in word form. Word form is exactly what it sounds like. You'll write the number in words. So standard form is when you write the number in numbers. So I can put a little number sign. Expanded form is when you take the number and you stretch it out into its place values. And then word form is when you write it in words. Or you can think about it as a little speech bubble. You write it how you would say it. Let's look at some examples. Here's our number from the previous page. Let's write this number in expanded form. So expanded form, remember, you're stretching out your number into its place values. So think about our first learning target, that each place in a number has its value. So let's first go through and determine the value of each of our digits. This is in the ones place. The value of 2 ones is just 2. This 9 is in the tens place. The value of 9 tens is 90. This 5 is in the hundreds place. The value of 5 hundreds is 500. Continuing on, this 6 is in the thousands place. 6 thousands, I'm going to abbreviate. 6 thousands, the value of 6 thousands is 6,000. And then finally, we have this 3 right here. This 3 is in the 10 thousands place. So the value of 3 10,000s is 30,000. For expanded form, we're going to take the value of each digit, 30,000, 6,000, 500, 90, and 2, and write them all together in an addition sentence. It would look like this. 30,000 plus 6,000 plus 500 plus 90 plus 2. So you can see all I did was I took each value and wrote it in order from greatest value to least value as an addition sentence. 30,000, 6,000, 592. 30,000 plus 6,000 plus 500 plus 90 plus 2. This is expanded form. You can see I took my number and I stretched it out into its place values. Mathematicians, so far we know that standard form is in numbers. Expanded form is stretched out into place values. So last but not least, we have word form. Word form is how you would say the number with your voice. So if you were about to tell someone how much money you had, and this is how much money you had, 36592, you would not just say, I have $36592. Nobody talks like that. They use the appropriate language to describe the number. I want to teach you a little secret to how you can properly name a number. So you know that there's this little comma here. This comma is actually really helpful when we're naming a number. This comma tells us when we need to say our place value. So we can separate this number into the part before the comma and the part after the comma. The part before the comma, we can say as one number, and then we need to pause at the comma to say the place value. So if I look at this number, just 3 and 6, how would you say 3 and 6? 36, right? So 3 and 6 would just be pronounced 36. But now I have reached my comma. 36 what place value am I in? Well, right before the comma, I was in the thousands place. So this is 36,000, comma, and now I need to say the number after the comma. After the comma, I see 592. 592. So I would write 500, and you have to write out everything you're saying, no numbers. 592. So if I were to say this whole number in word form, I would say 36,592. Let's try one more word form example. Here's another number, 506743. So we're going to say this in words. First, our little trick, we're going to separate this into the before the comma numbers and the after the comma numbers. So before the comma, I see 506. How do you say 506? You say 506. 506. I see the comma, which means I need to say my place value. What place value did I end in? The thousands place. 506,000, comma, and now I need to say the after the comma, 743. How would you say 743? You would say 700. That's supposed to be a D. 700. There we go. 43. So if we put together our before comma and after comma, this word form number would read as 506,743. So now you know word form, expanded form, and standard form.